Video games have some of the best music that have ever graced mine and everyone else's ear holes. Whoever says that video game music isn't real music, I'm gonna commit arson on their home. Yeah, well sure, you may not see Deltarune or Pokemon be nominated for a Grammy or anything, but man, I wish that was the case, though. You'd be hard-pressed to find a video game without some form of music in it nowadays, whether it be an IGN 10 out of 10 masterpiece or $70 AI slop. Video games have been blessed with incredible music for the longest time. Even if the game isn't all that good, at least the music will make you be like, damn, this new Sonic game is ass, but hey, at least I can listen to Zebrahead go wild on their guitars while I fall through the floor. And I ain't talking about licensed music in video games. I already made a video on that, which is really bad, by the way. Please do not, under any circumstances, watch it. I'm talking about music that was specifically made for the video game in mind, so us gamers can listen to some bangers while we go on our own curated adventures. Video games have always had such great music in them, even going back to the prehistoric days of the 1980s. You had games like Mario, Zelda, Castlevania, Tetris, and Scat, Special Cybernetic Attack Team. Yes, that is the name of a real video game, but my god, does this game sound like anything but shit. Then the late 90s roll around, and because of the advancements in technology, games no longer sound like beeps and boops. Instead, with the power of MIDI and other musical wizardry that I don't fully understand, video game music could sound however the composers wanted. I can honestly talk for hours about my favorite video game soundtracks, but I'll just give you some of the highlights. Black Ops 2 with its EDM and futuristic sounding beats that fit the game and story perfectly. Doom 2016 and Eternal soundtrack that'll have you banging your head while feeling like an unstoppable killing machine. Fallout 3 with its slow and melancholy orchestra that'll truly make you feel like you're in a hopeless wasteland. Literally any song from the Guilty Gear franchise. And of course, one of my personal favorites, Red Dead Redemption 2. Need I say more? I swear the house building song is the greatest goddamn country song ever made, and seriously made me consider buying 100 acres of land in the middle of nowhere, Ohio, just to live out my cowboy fantasy. I know for a fact I didn't mention someone's favorite game soundtrack, so I'm just gonna throw up a shit ton of box arts of video games that have really good music so I can be approved by everyone, including my fans and peers. Video game music, just like video games themselves, are an art form, and we as gamers get treated so well when it comes to music in video games. But sometimes things just don't really work out the way they're supposed to. Like maybe the composer was drunk or something. Oh my god, can you shut the fuck up? There are two types of games in this world. Games like Skyward Sword and Balls 3D. Two drastically different games at their core, you know? One game is really good, and the other game is Balls 3D. But you wanna know what these games have in common? No, seriously, do you know? Because I don't. Bad video game music is one of my favorite types of bad media. While yes, I would prefer having an actual good game soundtrack like Guilty Gear or Halo, on the other hand, without games like Crazy Bus, how would I laugh myself to sleep at night? Bad video game music can come in many different shapes and sizes. You have soundtracks that are pretty okay with only a few bad apples in there. Rush San Francisco is a pretty good racing game on the N64 that has some pretty good tracks. That is until you load into one of the levels and then you just start hearing wah. Jet Set Radio also is another game that has some absolute bangers. Shout out to Concept of Love, but I'm sorry, I can't stand the song Birthday Cake. Can you please stop singing to me like that, please? Guilty Gear, I love you to death, and almost all the songs in every single one of the games are bangers, but oh my god, the vocals in Giovanni's theme make me want to fucking ride the lightning up my ass. Then you got the games where the music isn't really bad per se, but just extremely forgettable or mediocre or just not really interesting. Like, a great example of this is just any Call of Duty game after Black Ops 3. They all just sound so goddamn generic that you might as well just not have any music in them at all and just listen to gunfire 24/7. Castlevania has always had some really good tracks in all of its games, unless you get to Harmony of Dissonance and then you're like, hey Konami, why does the music sound like a fax machine dying? Can you please stop that? And of course, let's not forget the masterpiece that is Rogue Warrior. Well, it's definitely one of the games of all time, I'll tell you that much.
Suck my balls, my hairy fucking big balls. Wrap them around your fucking mouth.
Everything about this game, especially the music, is just so goddamn generic, and it feels just like a middle schooler's idea of what they think is cool and awesome in a video game. But then once you've suffered through one of the most generic yet at the same time, I'll admit, unique FPS games you'll ever play, you're greeted with this.
Hope you assholes like fireworks. Ooh! Fucking commies keep getting in my way. Well, surprise, motherfuckers.
Happy fucking birthday.
That's right, Nighty Night, you sweet piece of shit. Enjoy the ride, cocksucker. Have a nice trip. Boom time, baby. Trick or treat. Looks like a party, come on. I got places to go and people to meet. Assholes are everywhere. Fuckers are out in force. Hi-ho, this fucker's gonna blow.
God, the random gunfire just fucking kills me every time. But then, After all the songs and games I just listed, there's a special type of game music out there. The type where, no matter your subjective music preference, we all should and can agree are just so goddamn painful yet hilarious to listen to. Brace yourself, my friends, because we're entering the wacky zone. Games that not really have good music, but more per se like the digital equivalent of a lobotomy. You see, back in the 80s and early 90s, audio as a whole in video games just wasn't quite figured out yet, so in turn, we have some of the greatest bad music ever made. Take, for example, Maniac Miner. I'll tell you one thing, I don't even know what the hell I'm listening to right now, but the word Maniac sums it up pretty well. Ow, my ears, stop it. Doom. We all love Doom, right? I mean, who doesn't? Doom has always had great music. That is unless you played the version on the Sega 32X where all the music sounds like it was recorded live in a Taco Bell bathroom. I always had a soft spot for Hong Kong 97. Even though the game and music are ass, you honestly just kinda have to respect it for being so fucking nonsensical that it's just a masterpiece because of it. And then we have 1942 on NES, which sounds like a bomb is about to go off, or my brain is going to explode, or fuck it, both probably. Y'all know David Cage, right? Director of Heavy Rain, Detroit Become Human. Well, the first game he ever directed was called Omicron, The Nomad Soul. Now, I've never heard of this game before writing this video, so I decided to look up the soundtrack and... What is this man even saying? What the fuck? You guys know Beverly Hills Cop, right? You should, it's a pretty iconic movie from the 80s, but what if I told you that there was a movie tie-in game released for DOS in 1990 and tries to remake the main theme? Now for context, this is what it sounds like in the movie.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
And this is what it sounds like on DOS. Yeah, are you guys' ears bleeding yet? Oh, what's that? They aren't? Okay, well how about this bootleg of Sonic 3D Blast I found on the internet?
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more.
This is the kind of music I'm talking about. The kind of music that just makes you question, how did things just go so wrong? Now, Crazy Bus may have just been some weird-ass tech demo made by some Venezuelan dude in 2004 for the Sega Genesis. But man oh man, if all video game music down in Venezuela sounds like this, then I'm taking a flight or boat there the next chance that I get. Did you actually know that the music in the game isn't even technically music? It's actually just a bunch of random code scrambled together and the game is producing it as sound, which in turn gives us this beautiful melody that not even Kendrick Lamar could top. Check out this article on the Bad Games Hall of Fame. I'll link it down below. It's an incredibly interesting read on Crazy Bus lore. Now at the end of the day, what was even the point of this video? Well, just like how I love talking about video games and game design on this channel, I also love learning about the process of how games are made, including the soundtracks. Like, when you watch this video on how it took Rockstar Games almost like 15 months just to create the entire soundtrack for Red Dead Redemption, it really makes you appreciate all the creative processes that go into making video games. Especially when you learn that the developer of Crazy Bus just used random code to create his music and had to work with the limitations he was given. Yeah, sure, the music sounds like a microwave and a fax machine having sex, but honestly, it's kind of impressive that he could get music from even the weirdest and worst techniques to create something truly unique. And that's what bad music in video games is. Unique. Sure, it may not be good for your brain, but I'll tell you straight up, I would much rather laugh my ass off to something that sounds truly terrible than listen to the most generic and safe music to ever be put into a video game. It's why sometimes I don't really want to listen to American Idiot by Green Day or 1984 by Van Halen. I just want to listen to any Corey Feldman production. To all the people out there that have made bad video game music, I salute you. And the only way I know how is to give you the American National Anthem. My name is Burbus, and thank you for watching.